I have a good friend up in Alaska that makes a good portion of his living hauling freight. In an area with hundreds of islands, his custom-made landing craft is in high demand to get much-needed items from point A to point B. Ocean life's pretty new to me, and so every chance I get, I head out with him. It's a great way to get a good education. Today is one of the calmest days we've seen in a while, and it's a great day to be out on the water. The type of cargo he's asked to haul is pretty much just limited by your imagination. If it's something that people need or want, chances are he's been asked to haul it. The first item on today's load is a little Japanese mini truck. On remote islands with a little bit of a road system, this is a great way to get around and still kind of stay dry. Loading freight onto a landing craft is often a matter of inches, and you have to be very precise in the way that you load things, not only so they're balanced, but also so you don't do damage to the boat. Additionally, you've got to put things on in such a way that you can see where you're going. That helps a lot. The next item to go on the boat is kind of a crappy cargo. It's a load of steer manure that's headed to somebody's greenhouse. Sorry about the pun. You know I can't help myself.
On you, and then you can drop it in that hole easier. There you go.
Okay, turn it. With the fully stacked pallet on the deck, we're halfway there. Because the pallet sits so high, you can't really see while you're driving, and it will keep the bow of the boat down, which will keep it from getting on plane. While my friend loaded a few last-minute odds and ends, we stacked up about half the pallet on the side of the truck. It helped lift the nose a little bit. With everything loaded, we were headed on our way. It was a pretty heavy load, but with his twin 300s, he was eventually able to get it up on plane. We were on our way at about 25 miles an hour, which is super fast for hauling cargo. It was a calm and beautiful day, and about halfway to our destination, we spotted some whales feeding. I've seen quite a few whales, but when we spot them, can't help but stop and watch for a little bit. These were doing something I hadn't seen before. They would go just under the water and then slap the surface of the water with their tails repeatedly. We were pretty sure they were doing it to stun their prey, but I'm no whale scientist. Whatever the reason, they put on quite a show. Eventually we had to get back on our way, and we are at our destination in short order. Loading stuff onto the landing craft is one matter, getting it off is another. This island doesn't have a landing ramp, so my buddy uses a different method. Here I am slacking with the camera instead of helping. Eventually, with enough bouncing, we got the landing craft up on the dock. Now it was just a matter of getting the vehicle off without getting any toes run over, and without it getting stuck in the ramp. For the return trip, we had a mini truck that needed some engine repairs. Getting it on the landing craft was the reverse of taking the last one off. This being Southeast Alaska, our calm day turned into quite a chop on the return trip. The suspension on the mini truck caused it to bounce forward until it made contact with the cab. However, there wasn't much we could do until we got into a little calmer water. Once we got in a little calmer water, we backed it up a little bit. We attached a sturdy cargo strap, which took a lot of bounce out of the suspension. Then we were back on our way. As we headed to the boat ramp to offload the truck, we figured our adventures were done for the day. However, as we pulled into the dock, people standing on the dock started waving us down.
Then he just kept going.
Turns out our adventure for the day wasn't over. Stay tuned for part 2.